super happy day so far. I am so excited for this video because today I am sharing 10 self-care and studying tips. So it'll be kind of a combination of self-care tips and studying, because during this stage of being a young adult, whether you're in middle school, high school, college, or even out of college, you might be studying for your master's. It is so crucial to live a healthy lifestyle so you can succeed and really prepare for a positive and your dream future. So I really hope these tips help you, and I'm so excited to be partnering with the College Board for this video. They are a wonderful organization. They're actually a nonprofit, and they are here to help us students who are just trying to succeed in life. So I'm so excited to be partnering with them once again for this video. If you take a look at collegeboard.org, you will see many different resources that you can take advantage of, like resources to help you prepare for taking the SAT, or even college planning if you feel unclear of what you want to study or just what you should do now to best prepare for that. Without further ado, let's start with the first self-care tip, and that is to fuel your body with what's good. So eating healthy is so incredibly important to me and how I feel every day. I mean, I'm totally guilty of having one of the biggest sweet tooths in the world probably, and I totally think it's okay to treat yourself, but I think it is more important to live a balanced and fuel your body with nutritious food, because I truly believe it will affect the rest of your day and the rest of your life, because what you really are what you eat. So I think it's super important. Some things that you could do right now to make your eating habits better is to always keep healthy food in your refrigerator and pantry and avoid purchasing any unhealthy junk food. So one thing I love to keep in my refrigerator is this black bean and corn salsa. So when I get home from work, I love to just have a little bit of this. It's super filling, super easy to make, and super nutritious. And I also try to keep zero junk food out of my house also. I do like to keep a little bit of dark chocolate, but other than that, I don't like to have any junk food. And if you have these other options besides, potato chips and stuff, you have like salsa and maybe some healthy like multi-grain cheese and crackers. Those are just really healthy alternatives, and I believe they will really have an impact on your energy and your day. Next tip is to catch those Z's, so get plenty of sleep. I know it's hard when you're so incredibly busy and you just want to get all of your tasks and work towards your dreams and work hard. I think that's amazing, but I also think it should be a priority in your life to make sure you are sleeping well. And not only that, but to make sure you are creating a sleep routine. I know when I was in college, I always tried to kind of sleep the same hours every night just so that my body would start waking up automatically. So in college, my ideal routine was to go to sleep at midnight and then wake up at 7:45, because I think it's said at our age range, I don't know what age you are, but in my age range, it's best to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. If you're younger, I think you need more, and then if you're older, you might need more too. I think the older you get, the less you need. I don't know. We need to figure that out. But I think having 7 hours and 45 minutes of sleep was my ideal situation. So maybe kind of just test it out with your body. Maybe you need a little bit of more sleep, but maybe you need a little less. Just kind of figure out what works best for you. But for me, 7 hours and 45 minutes was my golden spot. Okay, number 3 is to keep it clean. So I'm talking about you, but also your surroundings. So personal hygiene is super important, and I feel like it has a lot to do with your confidence as well, which can affect other things too. So make sure you are showering every day, washing your face, of course, taking your makeup off before you go to bed, and all of that good stuff, because again, it really just it has a snowball effect. The cleaner you feel, I feel like the more productive you can feel. And I know not everybody is super tidy in their living space, but I think, at least for me and a lot of people, it really helps you concentrate and study better if you have a clean and inspiring space surrounding you. So definitely carve out some time each week to make sure you can keep everything clean, and as you just go about your day, make sure you're tidying up and just trying to keep everything organized. Okay, here's a super specific studying tip. So one thing that I always try to do in school was to make my notes as cute as possible because I feel like that helped me want to study them more. They were really cute and just easy to look at. So in college, I used my laptop a lot to take notes on my computer because I can type faster than I can write, of course. So definitely when you're typing, if you do that as well, maybe like add some cute highlights, like a pink highlight on your Word document, or play with your fonts to just make it more fun for yourself. Or if you write notes, I found lots of cute ways to kind of add flair to your notes on Pinterest, so I'll add a little overlay of that right here. But you could always Google it in Pinterest as well. Google it in Pinterest, you know what I mean. Okay, next thing, I really am a believer of having some kind of calendar. I like to have like a physical paper calendar, but I actually also use the one on my iPhone as well to fill out, and I always have my phone with me, but I don't always have my calendar with me. So I really like to have everything laid out here, which I like, but this, I really like to have a paper calendar as well, because when you look at the month, you can kind of see everything you have planned. And I think a really important thing about this is to make sure you have things on your calendar that you can look forward to, because I know that provides a lot of happiness in my life. When I have like fun weekend plans that kind of get me through a rough week, or if you're studying really hard for the SAT, for instance, maybe you have something exciting after you take the SAT that you can enjoy and look forward to. This is also helpful so that you can see any important dates, because if you're applying to college, for instance, you might have to take the SAT. By the way, the deadline to register for the December SAT is November 2nd, so make sure you put that on your calendar, and this just helps you kind of anticipate the deadlines that you have coming for you, and I think that will be really helpful. And it's cute also, which doesn't hurt. And I just printed this off Google. I typed October printable calendar free, so I didn't have to pay for it, and just printed it. Okay, tip number 6 is to get moving. I am not always good at this because I spend all day at work, on my laptop sitting. I do have a standing desk now though, so I do do some leg workouts when I'm on my standing desk. But one thing I love to do is yoga. So whether you love to go for runs or do yoga, I think it's really important to just get active, and I'm personally challenging myself to get better at this because this also has an effect on your energy. I know it doesn't make sense, I used to question why would working out give me more energy because I'm using so much up, but it is so true. Whenever I'm done working out, I'm like, let's do it, let's go get these dreams. I'm pumped up, and I really think and encourage you to do that as well. I love to watch Yoga with Adrienne on YouTube. I've mentioned her a few times in the past. She has so many different yoga routines, and they just help you relax and get a little workout in. Okay, number 7, this is one of my favorite tips, and it is to surround yourself with things that make you happy. So I am such a believer of creating a really beautiful and cozy and personalized living space or studying space for many instances. So I really like to surround myself with nice smelling candles, some little cacti. They just make a space much more inviting. And some, cozy pillows and blankets and all that. And that really just helps me feel, comfy, and also helps me feel more focused, just because I don't have things distracting me that make me not so happy. So definitely encourage you to do that. And you don't have to spend a lot of money to do that. I mean, you can just buy little cheap candles, and there's lots of affordable things now. Okay, number 8 is to be mindful about time spent on your phone. So I know this is very tricky for me, but I'm definitely trying to be more mindful of what I do on my phone and how much time I spend on social media and all of that good stuff, but sometimes not good stuff. So I don't know if you saw the new update for iPhones at least, but it actually monitors how much screen time you're doing as well, and where you're spending time on your phone. And you can actually set limits for yourself now, so I'm totally gonna start doing that to make sure I'm not spending too much time on my phone on things that aren't really productive. Next one is specifically a studying tip, and that is I used to do this in college all the time, but when you really have a big test coming up, something I really encourage you to do is to set a timer on your phone and then put it like on the opposite side of the room, or sometimes I would even put it like in a cabinet in my bathroom so it was like way far away from me. Like that's how intense it gets sometimes. And don't be embarrassed if you have to do that, because I've had to do that before just to make sure I don't do that. I don't go on my phone when I'm supposed to be studying. So I would set a timer for 30 minutes or an hour and just make sure that I don't touch my phone at all. And then when it went off, I could take a little break. So I suggest doing that. And along with that, if you are studying for the SAT specifically, if you're getting ready to apply for college, I would definitely recommend to go to collegeboard.org so you're able to get free help with the SAT through Khan Academy. They have 8 free practice tests, which is amazing. So lock your phone up and set a timer, take the test, and you will feel so much more prepared. They also have a college planning section on their website as well, so I definitely recommend spending time on that so you can really use your calendar to map out those kinds of things and just make sure you are super prepared for the next step in life. Final self-care tip / studying, can be applied to anything really, is to reward yourself. You know, give those things to look forward to. Maybe after you do well on a test, go out and celebrate. I think it is so important to reward and celebrate life in general. I mean, even if it's something small, I think your life can be so much more fulfilling when you just have an attitude of celebrating everything and just making the most out of this time, because I know it can be super stressful being in school, and even when you're out of school and you're in a real job, it can be super stressful, like I can tell you. But I think it's just really important to celebrate life and reward yourself after you do something good. When I was in college, one way I liked to reward myself was after I finished all my homework and studying, I loved to watch the Great British Baking Show on Netflix, or I would have different shows throughout the years that I really enjoyed. So after I finished everything, before I went to bed, I would watch the show and just end my night on a really happy note and just have super sweet dreams. So that is something I like to do, and maybe you would as well. So that is it. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope these self-care and studying tips help you in the future, and be sure to check out collegeboard.org so you can check out all the amazing resources they have for students completely free. So definitely recommend doing that, and I will see you all super soon. Bye.